It's been a few weeks, but it's time to take it back to Africa, Democratic Republic of Congo. Time to see what's going on because the story it hurts. Democratic Republic of Congo currency drops amid war spending. As we talk about today, how a couple of different nations inside of BRICS are coming together to come up with a new form of currency. China, Russia, South Africa. Let's talk about the Democratic Republic of Congo and how they're doing in the midst of warfare. I think that we should take heed to what's happening here because the economy is where it's at and depleted of funds because of all of the money that's being put into the military to fend off against M23, if I'm not mistaken. We want to find out though.
The Congolese currency has taken a beating since 2022, prompting many to ditch it for the dollar. Efforts by the central bank to stabilize the franc have not yielded much.
Their currency is the franc over there in the Democratic of Congo, but it's being overpowered by the dollar because the banks that and people are coming to exchange their francs to get dollars, and the banks don't have enough money to get the they don't have enough money.
March. These money changers say almost all trade is now settled in dollars. It's mostly traders who come to ask for dollars here. They always need dollars. They don't need Congolese francs.
And if you want to thrive and have your currency thrive in your land, your currency needs to mean something. And now all they're coming to do is to get your currency exchanged for American dollars. And of course, you get way more money when you have American dollars there and using that versus using their own currency.
To pay salary arrears and to fight a war in the east, Kinshasa has had to print money, driving up prices in the process. In markets like this one, many people are finding it increasingly hard to buy food. The price increase bothers us because the sales are not good. The profits we used to get, which help us to pay the rent, water and electricity bills are no longer available. We buy only one bag to sell in retail. Transport fares in the mega city of an estimated 15 million people have also risen. Many bus operators have increased fares by as much as 50%, citing expensive fuel.
So now the same trip that you maybe was able to take for maybe let's say $10 last week, that same trip is costing you $25.
Transport is really difficult now. We came to take the bus that serves the Pompaje route. We were asked to pay 2,000 francs each, while the government had made a communication saying that the price of transport had decreased. The Minister of the Economy has to do his best with his advisors to stabilize the currency.
That's the only way they're gonna do it. They gotta get in real serious talks of how we want to stabilize our currency so that our freaking country doesn't fall underground.
He has to get along with the central bank. The Democratic Republic of Congo has one of the most dollarized economies in the world, a legacy of runaway inflation during the era of Mobutu Sese Seko.
So here we are. I think they're in for a serious issue if you're not able to come up with a way to make that currency worth more. Here we are in a time where we like I said, we got different stories about how people want to back away from the dollar. Even other nations, I'm seeing they want to back away from the dollar because they want to put more into their local currency. But if you got a war going on and you're also losing the value in your own currency, the economy not popping like that. And of course, the war in Ukraine, what's going on with Russia, it affects them too. The inflation thing that they looking at big bro America now. Like so when this issue's going on over here and we talking about different things that's happening, imagine what the allies and people that are also under that a wing too that need help. They suffering even worse because we don't need stuff as much. Demand is down. So and people are just sitting around with twirling their fingers and they can't get around. Like I said, the same trip that was costing you X amount of dollars last week is now costing you this amount, and it's doubling and tripling what it was, and it's happening all over the world. But I'm pointing out in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this. What is what is this place to do when it comes to stabilizing their dollar? What are they going to do to get more boots on the ground, get the economy going better, get people working, get people back buying and spending money in the right places, and making their currency worth something versus want to just convert it. Like I said, these people trying to get away from using dollar. China, Russia, we trying to get the United States dollar out of here, and they need the dollar more than anything. So I hope that this allyship when things flip, do remember that we are dependent. Y'all rock with us. When things got rough, they were still being, I'm pretty sure they still giving money. But when it does flip, and if it, yeah, eventually when it does flip, you got to also remember what we did when y'all was down, because everybody else falling away from the dollar. Here's somebody that's still dependent on that dollar, but they need to get their own currency worth something. The francs need to come up. It's the N.y.a show. Appreciate y'all.